It's time for Teesha on the tube. Teesha on the tube. I like to keep my little, vocal number for my name short and sweet now, because I used to do a whole performance. But how you doing? Happy Monday. It's time for Mental Health Mondays. I just really wanted to, I'm still gonna stick on the title of like the whole topic of the pandemic with coronavirus. I'm not gonna touch too much on like the cases or the deaths or anything, because that's heavy. And I know a lot of people who are affected by this whole pandemic, and like my prayers, thoughts, everything goes out to all of them. Some of them, a lot of them are close friends. A lot of them are people that I know through association or whatever. My heart goes out to everyone who's affected by this. Globally we're affected by it, but people who have lost loved ones to this, my heart goes out to you, because this is the worst time ever to be planning a funeral, it's a lot. But let's get into it. I really just wanted to talk about pretty much dealing with negativity during this whole situation, because with this situation happening, there's a lot of negative Nancy's, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists, there's a lot of overly religious people who want to shove their beliefs down your throat. And I just want people to know, you have to learn how to just tune some of it out. Like, some of it you can probably, swallow and deal with, and others it just like becomes too much. Just tune it out as best as you can, depending on the situation or whatever. Because I've seen a bunch of conspiracy theories. I've seen a bunch of talk about, oh, it's the 5G towers, and just a whole bunch of things that it sounds like it makes sense, but then it sounds stupid at the same time. So as far as the whole 5G thing goes, I don't know what to think with that, because I'm like, if that's the case, then, how come these things didn't happen with 2G, 3G, 4G, and before this, people were saying that Wi-Fi is killing us, and I don't know how true that is. Nobody knows how true that is, but everybody's talking about radiation when there's radiation all around us. We have radiation in all of these devices. Hell, we've been using microwaves since the beginning of time, so it's like, that's radiation. So it's a bunch of theories that I'm just like, okay, some of y'all are just talking just because you got lips, and others I'm just like, well, there could be some truth to it. I don't know. But then I'm just like, people, just go find a hobby. Go find something to do. Whatever. So what I want people that are dealing with this situation to do is, if there's a lot of negativity like coming your way, being spewed your way, because this is a time where there would be a lot of negativity going on, and people want to, we are, I think we're programmed to focus more on the negative than the positive. I don't know why, but I feel like in this time we need to focus on the positive. Yes, this is a sucky time for everybody. It is. Kids are out of school. Millions of people are out of work. Essential workers are still at work, putting themselves at risk of getting sick. It's a lot. So at this point in time, it needs to be where we're coming together instead of going against each other. Because now, ever since this happened, you have essential workers going against non-essential workers. Excuse me. You have people who work at home going against people who are out of work completely. You have people with no children making fun of people who have to homeschool their children. Like, I just feel like it's always a divide. This should be a time where we're bonding, where we're cracking jokes with each other, when we're remembering the importance of being a community, because it's a lot. Like, help your neighbor, So I just want everybody to focus on the positive that's going on in their life in this moment. And I also have been seeing a lot on my timeline. Certain people will post, okay, what's something good that happened to you this week? Or, I don't want no negativity on my timeline. I only want positive news. Or even like these little, even though they're getting annoying, these riddles and stuff, these questionnaires that people are posting on Facebook, where it's like, tell me about yourself, or if you had 6 eggs or whatever. Like, people running those to the ground. But it's a way to like spin the timeline around and take it off the focus of coronavirus pandemic for a second. Because every day we wake up, Governor Cuomo is doing an update on the pandemic and telling us what's going on, how many cases we have, blah, blah, blah. And it's been more bad news than good. So I like the fact that people are trying to tap into positive thinking. Like, they're trying to put the focus more on good that's going on, rather it just being bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, because it's that's just what it is. So like I said, I want everybody to tap into their positive thinking. Like I've said in previous Mental Health Monday videos, like, always focus on the positive, tap into what makes you happy, because now's the time to tap into what makes you happy, tap into things that make that contribute to your family's happiness. Like, there's so many things that you can do to focus on self-care, which is a big thing. Focus on self-care, focus on figuring out at the end of this, because it's a whole lot of uncertainty. So it's like, right now, figure out what makes you happy, so at the end of this you could come out golden. You know, you already know, you have it established. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and when we come up out of this, I'm gonna do it. So right now, you just focusing on you. You focusing on, if you have children. You focus on your family, your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your cousins, whomever. But I just want everybody to tap into positive thinking. I myself struggle with that too, because like I said, I used to be a very big pessimist. Like, I grew up expecting disappointment from people, because I felt like if I didn't expect anything from anyone, I wouldn't get hurt. So for a while, I never got excited about anything. And I mean, even now, I don't get excited for stuff, but I don't really let it get me down. Like, if something doesn't happen the way I wanted it to happen, I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll be mad about it for the moment, and then I'll get over it. But before, I used to dwell on it like, no, this is not fair. I don't ask for nothing, and nothing ever goes my way, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm just like, it wasn't meant to be. Move on. So, you know, I just want everybody to get to that mindset. Just positive. Practice positive thoughts. Say positive affirmations. There's so many on Google you could look up. Me, with my calendar, my vlog calendar that I showed y'all a couple of videos ago, I write out what days that I'm video blogging, and I cross out the days that I'm not. And then on the side, I have notes, and it says, I'm reading it right now. Write out your video blogging schedule for the month. Take some time out of each day for you. Check in with friends. Plan accordingly. I have pray in big, bold, pink letters. And then I have practice positive thoughts. So every time where I'm like, not even, oh, and then at the top of it, because it says notes, at the top it says stay consistent, which is what I struggle with, and I say it all the time. I have no shame in saying that. I struggle with consistency, and I'm working on it. So, and then I also, when it's like blank spaces, I'll put like affirmations. Like the ones I had last month was from the song I Believe with Demi Lovato and DJ Khaled. So I put, I'm glorious, victorious, a warrior. That's one of my favorite lines that she said in that song. So I, you know, for the month, looked at it every day like, okay, it's the truth. Now this month I have, you are blessed, you are brave, you are beautiful. I look at that every day, and it's like, once you put it out there, as opposed to just thinking it, it starts to become a part of you. So I said, with every month, that's what I'm going to do. Put little, you know, quotes, little affirmations on things, so this way I could feel it instead of just thinking it. Sometimes when you put it out to the universe, it comes back to you threefold. I'm a believer in that. I told you, I feel like I'm at one with the earth, and I am. So I feel like when you put out positivity, you get positivity back. So another way to get it to where you're more positive is just, you should just associate with people who are positive. If you have people around you that are negative, that are toxic, that are miserable, X that out. Family included. Family is not exempt. You don't have to cut them off completely, but you could distance yourself from them. There is no problem with that, because there's some people who thrive on being toxic, thrive on being angry. If they're not angry, something is wrong, so they just find something to be angry at. You don't need that. Find people that are always positive, that are always getting you to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and stick with them, because that miserable person ain't going to do nothing but drain you dry, suck the happiness out of you, and now you walking around stressed, depressed, hair falling out, all of that. You don't need that. I've done it, still doing it, and there's a lot of people right now mad at me because I'm doing it. I don't care. Be mad, but I'm not going to allow you to come in and take away what little bit of happiness and joy that I have. So you be miserable over there. You live your life and be miserable over there. I'm going to be over here and soak up all this positivity, because people will really pull it out of you. Like yesterday was so annoying for me. I was annoyed with everything yesterday, and it's because I was, and I, again, in tune with the earth. Once my spirit is rattled, I'm no good. So that's why I try to stay away from people and things that bring me out of my character, because there's a lot of people that do that. There's a lot of people that want to see me flip on them, curse them out or whatever, and then want to point the finger like, yeah, you know, she's this person. This is who she really is. No. You keep poking a bear long enough, when they wake up and maul you, you can't be mad. So it's like, I try to stay away from people that I know constantly like to press my buttons. So I don't have the time. So like I said, you want to be miserable? You stay over there and be miserable. I'm going to sit over here and I'm going to be rainbows and unicorns. Okay? I'm going to try my damnedest to be rainbows and unicorns, because I can't. I think I've spent too much time working on being positive, feeling positive, and then I have 2 children under the age of 10. Okay? They, since they were born, they feed off of my energy. So if I'm always angry, rattled, anxious, all of that, what do you think my children are going to be? I can't allow that. So if you're mad, be mad. I don't know what to tell you. That sounds personal. Deal with it. Whatever. But I always surround myself with people who make me laugh. Like I have, with the whole TikTok thing, I have a bunch of friends who we all do TikToks. We duet each other. We tag each other in every TikTok that we do. And it makes us laugh. All of us are mothers, so we make each other laugh. And then I have my group of friends that I FaceTime and video chat with every week. You know, I have like my girls over here, my girls over there, my girl, like, you know, John. Me and John are the best of friends. That's my brother. That's my brother. I have Paris. That's my sis. That's my baby. You know, I have Ashley. I have all of these people that you have seen or heard me talk about or whatever. Love them to death. And they keep me sane. They keep me grounded. That's what I keep around me. I don't have time for negative Nancy's, Debbie Downers, miserable Marys. I don't have time for none of that. So I want y'all to practice that. Surround yourself with people who spew nothing but positive energy. Namaste. This is a really important one. Yes, I wrote it in my notebook. But don't get too overwhelmed with what the media and the news is reporting. Now, as far as the media and the news goes, we already know that 90% of the time, a lot of the stuff that the media and the news report is stuff that they pick and choose to say. A lot of us know the truth. A lot of us are just like, you know, okay, whatever. 9 times out of 10, a lot of the stuff that the media is reporting is stuff that they put in the forefront. But there's stuff that's in the back that we don't know about. Like, you know, they keep saying this is how many people died from coronavirus. But it's real quiet and hush-hush with how many people recovered. And for what it sounds like, a lot more people recovered from this than died from it. You get what I'm saying? So the media picks and choose. They pick and choose what to report. And they put a lot of fear in people. There's a lot of people who actually believe every single word that the media says, but then there's people who do their research and they're like, no, 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 let me counter this. This is what's going on. This is what they're telling you. Sometimes the media only takes the most dramatic chunk of a story and makes it bigger. They exaggerate things. That's it in a nutshell. They exaggerate things. So I don't want people to get overwhelmed by reading, oh, this person died. This is how many cases there are. The cases keep going up and up and up. Yeah, the cases go up. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So you can't really, you have to take sometimes what the media and what the news and all of that says with a grain of salt. Like, yeah, they're saying this, but we know this is going on. So don't get too overwhelmed with it. I know it can be overwhelming. I know it can be a headache. Don't let it get the best of you. Again, tap into your positive thinking. Keep thinking positively. Because we all could be sitting up here like, oh my God, so many people are dying, this. No, tap into your positive thinking. Yes, a lot of people have died from this, like I said in the beginning. Rest in peace to every single person. However, there are a lot of people who recovered from it that are living to tell their story. Focus on that. I'm not saying the deaths aren't as important, but the deaths is what can overwhelm you and stress you out. Focus on those who have recovered and are living to tell their story. You got to see the beauty in this shitstorm, unfortunately. So the last thing I advise for people to do in this situation is, even if, you feel like you did everything that I listed or whatever and nothing seems to work or not, disconnect for a bit. There is no problem in you disconnecting from social media, disconnecting from being social, period. Putting yourself in a box for a little bit just to gather your thoughts, process, recharge, and come back greater. Nothing wrong with that at all. I had to do that yesterday. Because like I said, I was so annoyed yesterday. I was like, okay, I need to come in my room. I need to sit and I need to breathe because everybody's getting on my nerves. So that's what I did. I came in my room. I chilled. I was on the phone with my friends for like 4 or 5 hours. That made me feel better. Today, I'm okay. I'm okay. Not as annoyed as I was yesterday. I am okay. So sometimes it's not a problem for you to be like, all right, I have to stay off of social media for a little bit. I do it all the time because sometimes social media can be a lot. Social media is a gift and a curse. Social media has the ability to connect you to people that you have never met, reconnect you with people that you have lost touch with, and keep you in sync with people that you speak to on a daily. That's the beauty of social media. Social media can also depress you because you have people on there who they just thrive on being trolls, and a troll is a person who just likes to spew negativity. They have nothing positive to say. They just like to spew negativity every chance that they get to make you feel like crap. And then you have people who are hardcore conspiracy theorists who their word is their bond and what they say is right and what you say is wrong, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you have to disconnect. You have to do a social media sweep, which means you got to start deleting people and clean up your timeline, clean up your friends list. That is okay. There is no shame or blame in that. So when it comes to these things, disconnect for a bit. Take a breather, reconnect when you're ready. I know so many people who have deactivated their pages just to catch a break from the notifications. And then they have options for you to do that. You could choose to not do push notifications because I heard push notifications burns out your battery anyway. So you could choose not to do that. Like, there's just so many things you can do just to take care of yourself mentally. So I hope everything that I said in this video helps anyone, even if it touches one person. I hope this helps. I hope you continue to stay healthy, happy, safe. Most importantly, stay home. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this was Teesha on the Tube. I am your loyal host, Teesha Denise. And I will see you in the next video.